already punched their ticket to the NBA Finals, their first win in 27 years. New York has won 11 straight games, tied for the second longest playoff win streak heading into the finals. So we know who's coming out from the East. We're still waiting to find out who's going to show up from the West. I got a question for you, though. If you're the Knicks, you're sitting back home, Melo, and you're watching all of these games, who do you think you match up best against? Spurs or Thunder?
Here's the thing. The Knicks haven't seen a team like OKC all season. They've had OKC had success against the Knicks this season, whereas San Antonio did not, right? So let's just keep it right there. But then you also talk about the back-to-back MVP, right? Do you want to see the back-to-back MVP in New York, in the Garden? Listen. You can't run from it. You can't run from it. And also Wemby.
Yeah.
You want Wemby on Broadway?
Yes. Yes, we do.
You ask me who do the Knicks prefer to play?
We want Wemby on Broadway.
You can't. You don't get a chance to pick in this situation. For me, I think the Knicks match up against San Antonio better than OKC. I think OKC, again, their bench is just a lot. I think they have too many levels that they could take it to as far as adjustments. And to answer your question, I think San Antonio will be the better match for the New York
That was a nice long wind-up to get to San Antonio. I wanted to bring in somebody that might know a little bit more about the Knicks because he's been there the entire season. Patrick Ewing joined us.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What a surprise, my brother.
I know. Hey, they didn't know that you were going to show up, but you're the 15-year Knicks Hall of Famer. You know more about this team than we could ever dream of. So you got to tell me, who do you think they would match up best against coming out of the West?
Hey, look, it doesn't make a difference. Who is there, that's who we have to play against. You know, we can't go into it thinking about we want to play against San Antonio or OKC. You know, it's whoever is there, that's who we gotta play.
Beast, T-Mac here. Watching these playoffs of your Knicks, man, when do you notice that it was a different ball club in these playoffs?
I think that it started once the playoffs started. You know, we struggled a little bit against Atlanta, but we were able to get it back going. You know, I think that layoff hurt us a little bit then against Cleveland. But I thought that, you know, the guys, Jalen, Cat, all of them, they've been clicking on all cylinders, and I think that we just have to continue to play that we've been playing, unselfish, rebounding, defending, and then anything is possible.
Yo, this VC here, what player has impressed you in this run, in this 11-game win streak run for you? Like there's a player like you like, man, I've been impressed with. Who is that guy?
Well, pretty much the whole team, but OG. You know, OG has been as in some of these games, he's been our best player. His offense and his defense, but also Jalen. Jalen is you know, he's special.
You already said OG.
Come on, man. Come on. I got to be able to pick a couple.
P.E., this Melo.
OG.
For you and what you mean to this organization, and to me, you're the greatest Knick that played in that uniform in that garden. What does this mean for you to be around the team, be able to travel with the team, and for them to look upon you for advice during the points of the season where we really needed that advice from guys like yourself?
Well, first of all, I want to wish you a happy early birthday. I know tomorrow's your birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yes, bless up.
But just to be around them, it means a lot. You know, I've always given my opinion. I've always patted them on the back when it's needed. You know, I think that both Leon and Wes, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to be around. And I love this team. I love the city. I love the atmosphere. Whenever we're at the game, you know, you can look around the crowd. It's like it brings back so many great memories of back when we played. And I think that this team, not just Jalen. Jalen is a great player, but I think that every player on the team have done an outstanding job of getting us to this point, and they have to continue to do it if we're going to win.
Absolutely.
You know what? I don't think anyone truly understands what the Knicks mean to the city as much as you do. I mean, you were on the team the last 2 times they made it to the finals. Just walk me through what the city's been like, and if you can compare it to when you were taking the Knicks to the finals, what's the difference?
You know, the difference is there wasn't social media back then. There wasn't social media back then. But I think that, you know, the city, I mean, they might burn it down. You see the way that they've been acting? Have you seen the way that they, not only in New York, but also on the road? And that's, when I played, I never saw, you know, that many New York fans in Cleveland or in, you know, Atlanta's different because there's so many transplants there. But it's great. I love it.
It's because of you, my friend.
It is. It is. The legend. We appreciate you joining our show. Thank you so much for surprising the guys. That's Patrick Ewing joining us on NBA Show. So I know, right? That was a good way. That was a good way to surprise you guys. Listen, the New York Knicks behind the scenes, making sure NBA Showtime goes off without a hitch. That's the star on the court that makes sure OKC goes off without a hitch. The two-time MVP coming off a 32-point game. He was 16 for 17 from the free throw line in Game 5. And those 17 free throw attempts tied his playoff career high, and the Knicks a playoff career high. Meanwhile, let's get into our AT&T meaningful moment. Comes from just 1 year ago. The Thunder took care of Minnesota in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. They advanced to their first NBA Finals since 2012, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the way with 34 points in the win and received the Magic Johnson Trophy as the Western Conference Finals MVP. Now, OKC is hoping for a repeat on the 1 year anniversary happening here tonight, okay? They expect that they can pull that off. Maybe a little bit of good news. J-Dub is available. He will not get the start. Jared McCain is going to get to start his second straight game. But we have not seen J-Dub in 3 straight games. If he is able to go, if he does get into the game, what does that mean for OKC?
Well, he's not guaranteed, so I'm gonna move on from him right now. But I want to talk about what is actually happening in this game right now. You talking about Game 6. This is maybe one of the hardest games to actually win in a playoff series. San Antonio's home is loud in here. I can barely hear myself talking. OKC is trying to close this out. They don't mind going back to Game 7, but they want to close this out today. To me, it's all on Wemby. I know we said the others. I know we said the bench. This is all on Wemby. You had an opportunity to even it up in Game 5. Game 6, you got to do everything. If the coach want to sub you out, tell him, no, coach, I'm not getting out the game. I'm staying in the game because I have to do everything in my power for us to win this game.
I think for me, when you look at OKC, their ability to get to really crack the shell and have the rotations of San Antonio scrambling, and they find these wide open shooters and they're knocking down shots. So for me, I think San Antonio needs to plug their gaps, right? Utilize Wemby, his length, his ability to alter shots, and be able to have the ability to close out, recover on the perimeter. Because these guys, when you shoot 44% from the three, yeah. I mean, that is on fire in the playoffs.
That memorable moment you showed the OKC Thunder, and a lot of those faces that were on that graphic and in that video are still here. So where I'm going with that is this is a group that is familiar with how big this game is. They don't get rattled. They know that when they're going in enemy territory, but they're still one unit, and they don't wander off the beaten path. They stay together. So I'm looking for this team to really stay focused, but at the same time, who will be the guy tonight to step up? Because you know the adjustment, in my opinion, you continue to bottle up Shai. You cannot allow Shai to have all of the driving windows. You know, I did the highlight pack, the Game 5, showing how they boxed Shai in and they made him get off the ball to make somebody else beat them. Now that you're on the road, now will the role players, or can the role players step up and do it again? That's the question for me.
One thing that OKC's bench has done is outscored the Spurs in every single game so far this series. You bring up that veteran leadership. They've been there. They've done that. The guys that played the top 6 minutes for the Spurs have never even been in an elimination game. And Wemby's 22 years old, and it's his first time in the playoffs. We've seen him ride ups. We've seen him ride some lows. He did not attend the postseason media availability. We do not know why, but certainly some frustration may be showing after that Game 5 performance.
Game 6 cannot be a finesse game.
Okay.
It has to be what we talked about with De'Aaron Fox, some nastiness. It has to be that. They have to hit, they have to shoot some blows, right? They got to be nasty on the boards, box out, offensive rebounds. Like, they have to do all the dirty work. Just like Caruso. Caruso comes in and he changes the energy for OKC. And it's a lot of stuff that he do that does not show up on the stat sheet, right? Being disruptive on the defensive end, right? The back taps. He does a lot of that stuff. So tonight, San Antonio have to deliver the nastiness.
Can we get Wemby more volume, right? Can we get him more than 15 shots today? The players said it, the coaches said it. We have to get Wemby more than 15 shots. Also, can OKC survive San Antonio's hot start? They jumped out on the 15-0 in the beginning of the game of last game, and so forth and so on. Can they survive that first punch? Can OKC survive that? Also, who is OKC's second scorer? Who's going to be OKC's second scorer on this road tonight? To me, SGA just need a running mate in this game tonight. I think he's going to do what he got to do, but he need a running mate on the road tonight.
Interesting. SGA said it was the worst start to an NBA game in his career in Game 5. He finishes with 32 points, but that's what you expect from your two-time MVP. Another opportunity, though, for him to punch a ticket to the NBA Finals. Cannot stress enough that a defending and champion returning to the NBA Finals hasn't happened in 8 seasons. So OKC trying to do something that we do not get the privilege of seeing often. We also don't get the privilege of seeing players like Victor Wembanyama. Transcendent play, though, is what we're going to need. Remember, Game 1, it was 41 points, 24 rebounds, and a double overtime win, and that's exactly how they got it, behind the play of that guy.
Absolutely behind that play. And you guys said if they try to take him away, try to be physical, I don't care what the coaches run. Find a way. If you want to build your legacy, it's Game 6. Now we talk about Victor Wembanyama from here on out because of what you've done tonight. We'll be watching and waiting.
One team is trying to close the door, another one trying to say that they have arrived.
All right, we're going to find out what type of answer Victor Wembanyama has in Game 6. They're facing elimination, the end of their season, and